And once again we have sunshine. The rain has settled. Well, it's good. It's making sure everything is nice and damp this year. We're going to head down to the flower bed. If somebody could help me identify these flowers, I would appreciate it. I got them, they were here when I moved in, and they go to seed every year with every flower. There are a bunch of seeds, pardon me. And so this year I controlled it and I saved a ton of the seeds and I gave some away. And I'd like to know what they are. The rest of this bed is not doing much this year. But at the same time, I kept these from going to seed and they pretty much had drowned everything else out. As you can see, 1, 2, 3 plants of them that I didn't let come back. Just so I could make some room in this bed. I might plant some onions in here or something, I'm not sure yet. This bed works out good. It's at the bottom of the hill, and so it catches a lot of the water that's coming down. As it rains, the water soaks in at the top of the yard and it comes down, soaking into the soil, coming back up and soaking in again. If you want to learn more about this, check out Jeff Lawton. He's got a little video that with an animation that shows how it works, and it's really neat. And then he's got videos where he gets more in depth in his water harvesting techniques. I would actually like to put a second pond down here, or I mean, it wouldn't be my second, it'd be the third in this line, the fourth in the yard. The top pond would take the rain from the house. You can see the fish my wife made there, and the cattails growing out of the pond. It overflows, and then it comes down, and it goes into the second pond. And you can see the cattails and swamp grass growing there. I just planted swamp grass seeds in the top pond I found wild. Now all along this stretch, I'm going to put beds that are contoured to the land. Maybe soil them in as well, as was suggested, so that they're contoured to the hill as they go down, so the water will slowly soak down the hill, watering the beds the whole way. Put a small pond here with a swale coming up to this bed so that all the water will end up here, and maybe I can even put some fish in there or something, at least for the summer. And if I could put some small fish in there for the summer, maybe we could have fish to eat in the winter. That pond would then soak down, watering the blue spruce and this little spruce here. As you can see, there's another patch of clover. All I do is I let it go. As you can see, there's some here I mowed down. And it'll still flower as it is. But by mowing it down once or twice, it starts to spread. And that I found, this is my theory anyways, because it seemed to work. And then I let it go, like I have this one in the big patch I showed you before, which is over here. Just got a little campfire going today. Help keep the bugs away. There's the big clover patch. Now these are nitrogen fixers. Clover sucks nitrogen out from down below the soil, and it puts it back into the soil. So the more nitrogen you have in your soil, it's free fertilizer. As you can see, as I was saying about mowing it, here you can see a spot that I mowed where there wasn't much clover and it's just spread. And so I'll let it grow like I have the rest of this. To give you an example of how high it is, I would say that's probably about 8 to 10 inches, some of them. So once I harvest the flowers, I will mow this down, and I need to do it soon. And then what I'll leave some of them to replant themselves, reseed themselves. But I'll harvest some of them for tea, like I said, and then I'll mow it down and I'll use it as a biomass that is high in nitrogen, and I'll compost it or else put it directly onto the beds. The cherry tree there is doing quite well. It almost looks drowned out by the clover, but companion planting in a storm or something, all those clover are going to help take up some of the wind that's coming through and protect the little trees. Here's some more clover that I'm letting go. And this is in the top half of the yard, high up on the hill. And this would actually, I suppose, I could almost call this a zone 3 because it's furthest away from the doors of the house and things. This is where we have the water onto so it doesn't flood the house. And while it's a small area I'm working with, I can have many small zones in that one area. If you want to go further on this, check out Jeff Lawton's Introduction to Permaculture video on YouTube. Absolutely incredible and very, very what's the word I'm looking for now? Inspiring. Definitely. As you can see, you can make it very aesthetically pleasing. And eventually, just by following basic permaculture concepts, you can build yourself a garden that is beautiful very easily. If you want to continue to check out permaculture, check out Bill Mollison, Jeff Lawton. There's so many people who are trained permaculturalists. I am not. My only training is from doing YouTube videos and growing up with a family that liked to garden, and we couldn't afford fertilizer, so we used organic methods. So now I'm going to go back and do some more work, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.